Hello, welcome back. I'm Noreen Burke, owner of Call Clutter Fairy Home Organizing, and this is my YouTube channel, The Crafty Organizer. I love thinking outside of the box. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you know I like taking things that you already have in your home that you might not be utilizing and making it useful someplace else. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Storage space in kitchens is one of the biggest hurdles that I know I have faced. My little tiny kitchen is set up as a long rectangle, and it's really interesting because they shoved all of the cabinets in one corner and there aren't nearly enough drawers or cabinets, and then the rest of the kitchen was honestly just forgotten. So my footprint is bizarre. So basically only a triangle of my kitchen is usable kitchen space. The door is placed right in the middle, and then this whole back corner is just empty. So I have always struggled, and I've done a lot of different ideas. But today I want to give you some different suggestions for items you might have around your house that maybe you're not utilizing completely that can be updated into storage you can use. Now, most of the pieces I'm featuring today are easily found either at thrift stores or can be easily found on those sites where people are selling things inexpensively like Nextdoor. But honestly, I find most of these pieces I'm showing today on curbsides all of the time. Now, a lot of you are commenting, I don't find this stuff on my curbside. I go around apartments. I will drive through where there's a lot of apartments nearby. And what seems to happen is people are, as they're moving in or out, just don't have the space and they don't feel like dealing with having it taken to a thrift store. Maybe they have a small car and they've already turned in their moving truck. But this is where I usually hit the jackpot of pieces of furniture that are still in great shape, and they're set on the side by the trash cans or literally just on the side in front of the apartment. So if you're not finding these pieces in your area, drive by an apartment building and see if your luck improves. This first picture is just a typical kitchen drawer. You would put little shallow bowls and baking sheets in here. But what happens if you don't have a drawer like this? This is when I like to switch my attention to a dresser. Dressers are great because they're usually deeper because they're meant for storing a lot of clothes, but you can get them in so many different configurations. You can get a tall chest of drawers. You can get a 6 drawer, which is 3 on each side. Some even come 9 drawers, which is 3 drawer bays. I love using drawers because the uppers are usually more shallow because they're intended for underwear and socks, but then they get deeper as they go down. And if you're thinking about storage in a kitchen, this is perfect. You can use your silverware and utensils on the top, maybe napkins and linens in the middle. Then the lower drawers can be filled with items that you don't have room for. And this can really be anything that's larger. Now, here's a way to look even outside of the box more. What if your kitchen has space for an island, but you don't want to do remodeling in there? Here's some ideas for taking dressers and modifying them just a tiny bit. This first one, they just got a larger piece of wood and attached it to the top. This creates not only a lot of surface space for you to have for prep areas, but it also adds a seating space, which I think is just amazing. Here's another one where, yes, they extended it, but they also opened up so that they would have a larger space inside. Once again, they extended the top for a seating area, and they even added a little towel bar so they have a place for a towel. Here's another example. They took all of the drawers out. They left it open so they had a space for all their glasses and dishware. Here's another one where they just put a butcher block on top and had it open. If you are taking the drawers off, make sure you keep those spare parts around. You never know when it'll come in handy for another DIY or upcycle. Now, how many of you either have or have seen these TV cabinets? Everyone is swapping out their big bulky TV cabinets now that TVs have gotten so streamlined and lightweight. But that means there is a lot of high quality pine and oak TV cabinets out there that can be completely repurposed. So here's one where they just added another little shelf and they were able to add in all of their storage containers and their microwave. Here's a tall cabinet. These were super popular in hotels for a long time, so I know you can find these very inexpensively or again free. They turned this into a coffee bar. You could also turn it into a wine bar, or once again, get your larger appliances into this and then utilize those big drawers underneath for your baking items or your heavier cookware. Here is a desk that by just modifying the inside area where your feet would go, they now have storage. The drawers are perfect for utensils, small appliances, and the top doubles as surface space. And by extending it again on the side, they're able to add seating when they need it. On something like this, I think it's perfect to add some heavy-duty casters at the bottom. You could have it flush against the wall when you don't need it and pull it out away from the wall when you do need the surface space to work on. This is a funny one that I had to add just because I thought it was such a cool look. I don't know that it would add a lot more storage, but if you do have a vintage piece, maybe it was a grandparent's or family member, they took the innards out of this piano and made it a bar. If you have the space for this, what a fun way to upcycle a piece so that it matches your decor and it's not taking up space in a landfill. I don't know that I rah-rah this one for storage, but I do for creativity and repurposing it for something that they were needing. Another is this over-the-desk hutch. Now, they added feet to it. If you look at the bottom, they added feet, they added beadboard to the back, and they didn't get rid of those little side shelves. They just added more wood on top, so they didn't have to do a lot of construction to this. This is super smart. Great as a little bookcase, great in a craft room, great in a kitchen if you just want to add your low bowls, small appliances. I love that they reused this and now it looks fresh and you wouldn't even know it was a hutch without seeing that first picture. You know I talk about bookshelves all the time. I use them and I think they're great for multi-purpose storage. It doesn't just have to be books. In this instance, they used a lot of the storage containers, so I think that makes it look very nice. This one obviously was a little bit deeper because they do have a microwave on there, but I have to confess, on the bookshelf that I have, I just cut out the portion where my microwave would sit, so it extends a little bit past in the back, but standing from the front, you would never know. Here's one of the basic white bookshelves like I have, and I like that they not only had their appliances on the bottom, they have some baskets inside they can throw their smaller items in, and then they're using the large containers for their bulk items. Now, something I want to caution with is make sure if you're buying containers for a visual that you have items to put inside. Try and find a balance. If you find that you like the look of containers, but you're not diligent about buying things in large enough quantities to fill them up, you might want to go over into decorative baskets instead so that you can open up things, take them out of the box, put the individually packaged items inside of the basket neatly, and then as you close up bags, you can just throw it inside. That gives you that nice visual without the commitment of always having to buy in larger quantities and fill up those containers. I think it's been about a month since I brought up my favorite stainless steel shelves, so it's time for me to bring them up again. I love these. I know they're not the prettiest thing, but in a kitchen where you've got so many things that are changing, I love these shelves because you can change them around very easily. So I used this in my own kitchen for 2 different styles before I got my bookshelf. But here's a way where they added a ton of containers. And again, this looks beautiful, but I know for me and my family, buying things in this much bulk and then constantly filling up the containers isn't realistic. But if you have a large family and you find that this is a constant for you, absolutely use containers. It's a beautiful way to have storage without it looking messy, but also have easy access to all of it. The second example is more in line for what I would do, and that's having bins on a shelf, but you can also get your heavier items inside of there as well as some appliances. So stainless steel shelves, they're a little bit pricier now through COVID, which I don't understand, but I do find them on resale places and at thrift stores pretty often, so keep an eye out for those. This last one I think I liked, again, just because of the presentation of it. This was a small dresser that they put up against a small wall. And normally this wouldn't have been utilized for really much of anything. So by putting a small dresser that fit on this wall, they now have hidden storage for things like pots and pans or maybe extra dry goods. But above it, they made a pretty display with putting a shelf up there, having baskets down low so they can change out the decor, and then they used a towel bar so they could hang their pots. Great idea. If you don't want to hang things on your wall though, here's an alternative. I found this picture of a cute dresser, and by taking a very inexpensive bookcase, again, I think I see these new for under $20, but I literally find them at thrift stores for about $5 all of the time. You could take this, set it on top, and create a beautiful hutch inside of your kitchen. These were just a few ideas I had today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to know in the comments which was your favorite, or did you do something similar to this? I'd love to know in the comments below. And if you do have pictures, you can share it to my Facebook support group. That's in the description below, so make sure you click on that. I did have an increase in subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm very excited about hitting that benchmark that I'm aiming for, but I also hit 2.5 million views yesterday. I can't believe you guys have watched my videos that much. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very, very much. Also, thank you to those of you who have newly subscribed. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, take a second right now, click it, and you can choose how often you're notified with my videos by clicking the bell next to it. You can choose every video sometimes, or to not be notified, and you can just check back. But subscribing is absolutely helping me to grow my channel and get to that goal that I have of getting that beautiful silver play button. But it also allows me to help more people. So thank you for clicking that and clicking that like button while you're at it. I will be posting a few more videos, but I've got some big projects right around the corner, so I may have to drop down to one video a week, but I promise it'll be just for a short time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for becoming a Patreon supporter, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!